Hey, Sly King back with you for the extended happy hour. And make sure you tune into my show Monday through Thursday, 6 p.m. until 9 p.m. Central Time on Hot 1077, and also 6 p.m. until 10 p.m. Central Time on Friday nights. Go to our website, hot1077radio.com, for details and information about various events and all the things that are happening. But I want to talk about a subject that many people have been bringing up. You see various conversations across social media, on the news. You see various cities covering monuments, removing them, and speaking out about what they mean. And I want to ask the question to you. Will removing the monuments lessen the level of racism in this country? Now look, we can't act like it's not a conversation that many people are talking about and that we don't address. So often we act like certain things don't exist. It's like that whole out of sight, out of mind. But we're at a point now in our country where we have to really honestly have the true difficult conversations, because you'll never get to the root of whatever the problem is or the issue is until you get to the root cause and you talk about it as adults in a good conversation. All these things have to take place so you can get understanding. And so I'm asking the question because I really want to know, will removing the monuments lessen the level of racism? I truly feel like that's really never going to happen. Honestly, because if you remove the monuments, people that support them, that believe in those individuals that are represented by those monuments and what they stood for, although it's many years ago, and we're talking about many of our southern states that have a lot of these monuments representing the Confederacy and various things of that nature, if you remove them or you cover them or whatever the case may be, people that still feel that they're important and that feel like they are a very big part of history, which I believe they are a part of history, but people that feel like they don't need to be removed or whatever the case may be, those people still have a root base in supporting whatever that ideology is that they represent. So you're never going to change the individual by removing the monuments. You're going to make those individuals upset. You're going to make those individuals feel as though that something is being taken from them. But the truth is, they still feel the same way they feel, right? That's never going to change. We have to get to the root cause of the problem. We have to address the issue for what it is. That's the only way you're going to get to the solution to what we are all after. How we can live together, how we can settle our differences, understand one another. And no, we may not all agree. That's never going to happen. You may not agree with what I'm saying right now. But I want to hear from you. I want you to email me, Sly at hot1077radio.com. You can also follow me on Twitter and hit me up, Sly_King48. But I'm asking the question because in the light of all the conversation that we're seeing across social media, on the news, various cities talking about it, it begs the question, even though they're removed, will it ever remove the level of racism that still exists? And I firmly don't believe it will. We have to find out, how can we coexist? Sure, we're going to have our differences. Are we ever going to be able to eliminate racism? Absolutely not. I don't think that's ever possible. But I do feel like we can come to a common understanding as to where we stand and why these things still matter to some people and why they are so important. And so that's really what made me want to talk about this as it relates to what I've been seeing, what I've been hearing from various people. And what I'm seeing is people that are very attached to them, that feel like they're not racist. They basically say, well, hold on now, don't remove them though. I don't know, I'm not racist, but still don't remove them. So it's still never going to remove the level of racism. It's just going to make those individuals that still support it, that still feel like it's relevant, that it's necessary, it's going to make those people be even more vocal about where they stand and how they feel. We've got to come together. We've got to have conversation. We got to get an understanding and understand where we all are going to come from different places from our point of views. As I mentioned in previous extended happy hour conversations, we all are going to have various points where we're not going to see eye to eye, whether it's our level of understanding of people in general or our religious beliefs or whatever those things may be. But we also have to understand that racism is real in this country, that we have major issues that we are dealing with daily. Many of us have young children. How are we raising our children? How are we helping them understand that only for us to succeed and be successful as a country, as individuals, we have to work together? And that's what we really have to do. But we've got to get to the root of all the issues. Everything goes back to the root cause of all the problems. We have to get to the bottom of it and not have surface level conversation and act like it's not there, but really get to the root of whatever it is. So I always get a chance to share some thoughts with you inside the extended happy hour. And as I mentioned in previous happy hours and conversations as well, I want to hear from you. I want you to email me. Let me know your thoughts. What do you think? I want to hear from you. What are your thoughts as it relates to removing monuments. What are your thoughts on those things that relates to fixing race relations in this country? What are your feelings on that? Email me, sly@hot1077radio.com, and also hit me up on Twitter, sly_king48. Look forward to being with you for another edition of the Extended Happy Hour. Peace.